Hello my friends, welcome to my corner. As you may know, I usually share book reviews and film reviews here, but today I wanted to try something different. One of the reasons why I decided to start this channel is because I always have this desire to share things, right? To share my ideas, to share my recommendations, my impressions on something, but also to share texts. And that's what I have for you today. I would like to share with you a story from the 1001 Nights, also known as the Arabian Nights. This is one of the most famous stories in the collection. And just to give you some details, I'm going to be reading the John Payne translation, which was the first complete translation of the Arabian Nights or the 1001 Nights into English from the year 1882. Now, I took this text and modernized it a little bit, just so you know. So it's a modern version of this story based on the original John Payne translation from 1882. So I'm going to share with you an image now so that we can, have something here in the background while we listen to the story. Unfortunately, I don't have an image that illustrates the story. And I like to use images that I have taken, pictures that I have taken myself. This one I thought was pretty peaceful and it works for me, so I hope it works for you too. So once again, this is a story from the Arabian Nights. This takes place on night 352. It is also known as the story of the ruined man who became rich again through a dream. There lived once in Baghdad a very wealthy man who lost all his fortune and became so poor that he could only earn his living by excessive labor. One night he lay down to sleep, dejected and sick at heart, and saw in a dream one who said to him, "Your fortune is at Cairo. Go there and seek it." So he set out for Cairo, but when he arrived there, night overtook him, and he lay down to sleep in a mosque. Presently, as fate would have it, a company of thieves entered the mosque and made their way from it into an adjoining house. But the people of the house, being aroused by the noise, awoke and cried out, whereupon the chief of the police came to their aid with his officers. The robbers made off, but the police entered the mosque, and finding the man from Baghdad asleep there, laid hold of him and beat him with palm rods till he was almost dead. Then they cast him into prison, where he stayed 3 days, after which the chief of the police sent for him and said to him, "Where are you from?" "Baghdad," he answered. "And what brought you to Cairo?" asked the magistrate. The Baghdadi said, "I saw in a dream one who said to me, 'Your fortune is at Cairo. Go there to it.' But when I came here, the fortune that he promised me proved to be the beating I had at your hands." The chief of the police laughed till he showed all his teeth, and said, "O man of little wit, 3 times have I seen in a dream one who said to me, 'There is in Baghdad a house of such a fashion, situated at such and such a place, in the garden of which is a fountain, and under the fountain a great sum of money buried. Go there and take it.' Yet I didn't go, but you, little fool that you are, have journeyed all the way from Baghdad on the faith of a dream, which was nothing but an illusion of sleep." Then he gave him money, saying, "This is to help you get back to your native land." Now, the house the chief of police had described was the prisoner's own house in Baghdad. So the latter returned there, and digging underneath the fountain in his garden, discovered a great treasure, and thus God gave him abundant fortune. That is the story that I wanted to share with you today. It's a very simple story, but a story that has many deep meanings to it, and there's a lot of truth to it. It's also a story about dreams, which happens to be one of my favorite topics, one of my topics that I like to explore. So instead of analyzing the story or saying what I think about it, I thought I would ask you, what does it mean to you? Is it in any way an important story to you? Does it resonate with you? Does it remind you of another story that you've read or anything that you would like to share? So please comment and let me know. And I will always welcome your comments, questions, impressions, anything you want to share with us. Once again, thank you so much for stopping by and have a wonderful day.